We are less than a month away from Hollywood's best party of the year, the Golden Globe Awards, the largest single award show in the world for film and TV. And we are very excited to bring you the nominees in some of the leading categories, courtesy of Morris Chestnut and Mindy Kaling, who announced the nominations for these 82nd annual Golden Globe Awards earlier, right here on CBS Mornings.
The nominees for Best Television Series Drama are The Day of the Jackal, Peacock; The Diplomat, Netflix; Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Prime Video; Shogun, FX Hulu; Slow Horses, Apple TV Plus; and Squid Game, Netflix. The nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role in Any Motion Picture are Yero Borisov, Anora; Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain; Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown; Guy Pearce, The Brutalist; Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice; and Denzel Washington, Gladiator II. The nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy are Amy Adams, Night Bitch; Cynthia Erivo, Wicked; Carla Sofia Gascon, Emilia Perez; Mikey Madison, Anora; Demi Moore, The Substance; and Zendaya, Challengers. The nominees for Best Television Series, Musical, or Comedy are Abbott Elementary, ABC; The Bear, FX Hulu; The Gentleman, Netflix; Hacks, HBO Max; Nobody Wants This, Netflix; and Only Murders in the Building, Hulu. The nominees for Cinematic and Box Office Achievement are Alien Romulus, Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures; Beetlejuice, Warner Brothers Pictures; Deadpool and Wolverine, Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures; Gladiator II, Paramount Pictures; Inside Out 2, Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures; Twisters, Universal Pictures; Wicked, Universal Pictures; and The Wild Robot, Universal Pictures. Mindy, please.
Good morning. The nominees for Best Performance in a Stand-Up Comedy or Television Special are Jamie Foxx, What Had Happened Was; Nikki Glaser, Someday You'll Die; Seth Meyers, Dad Man Walking; Adam Sandler, Love You; Ali Wong, Single Lady; and Rami Youssef, More Feelings. The nominees for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Motion Picture Drama: Adrien Brody, The Brutalist; Timothée Chalamet, A Complete Unknown; Daniel Craig, Queer; Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing; Ralph Fiennes, Conclave; and Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice. The nominees for Best Performance by a Female Actor in a Motion Picture Drama are Pamela Anderson, The Last Showgirl; Angelina Jolie, Maria; Nicole Kidman, Baby Girl; Tilda Swinton, The Room Next Door; Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here; and Kate Winslet, Lee. The nominees for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy are Anora, Neon; Challengers, Amazon MGM Studios; Emilia Perez, Netflix; A Real Pain, Searchlight Pictures; The Substance, Mubi; and Wicked, Universal Pictures. The nominees for Best Motion Picture Drama are The Brutalist, A24, A Complete Unknown, Searchlight Pictures, Conclave, Focus Features, Dune Part 2, Warner Brothers Pictures, Nickel Boys, Orion Pictures, Amazon MGM Studios, and September 5, Paramount Pictures. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Morris. Thank you, Mindy. We're going to take a closer look now at the nominees with Fandango Managing Director Erik Davis. Erik, so glad to have you here, particularly since you gave us a list of what you thought was going to be nominated, and you were like 80% right.
I was pretty right.
And in some categories, you got all of them.
Yeah, I was pretty right. Yeah, I mean, look, I think a top story coming out is last year it was Barbie versus Oppenheimer. This year it's kind of everyone versus Wicked. You know, and you could hear it in the crowd every time Wicked was nominated, this just huge applause. I mean, this movie came so hot out of the gate. It's so top of mind right now. It had a marketing campaign that, you know, permeated every aspect of our lives. But unlike Barbie, which came out in July, Wicked came out right as people were voting for these awards. And so, you know, Ariana nominated, Cynthia nominated. The movie was nominated twice in the box office and cinematic achievement and musical comedy. But I think we'll see dueling musicals. Because if you look at Emilia Perez as well.
Also good.
All of the women for these two films were nominated as well, which was great to see.
But Cynthia and Ariana in this movie, I can't say enough about Wicked. I'm so glad it's hitting at this particular time. And it's one of those ones that people go back to see it more than once, too, which also adds to the appeal of this movie.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if you look at the nominees, music-driven. The end of the year, we're getting so many music-driven films. Emilia Perez, A Complete Unknown did very well with Timothée Chalamet, the Bob Dylan movie. Edward Norton also nominated. And then, you know, and then Wicked. So a lot of these films are just very forward with
Mikey Madison was here last week, Erik. I was blown away by her in this movie, Honora. I'd never heard of Honora. I'd read something about it, but I wasn't familiar with Mikey Madison. I was blown away by her.
Yeah, I think she is definitely a breakout star right now for this film. This is one of my personal favorite films of the year. I'm a New York boy. This is a New York movie about a strong New York sex worker who falls in love with the son of a Russian oligarch. Also, Yura Burisev, I want to get his name right, surprise nomination for this film.
I heard him described as the Leo DiCaprio. She told us that he was like the Leonardo of Russia.
Yeah.
That when he walks down the street and people recognize him here in this country, they're like, oh my God, it's you.
Yeah.
And he's a big deal there.
What about snubs?
You know, snubs, I'm looking at, you know, Dune Part 2, Denis Villeneuve did not get in there. But, you know, there weren't a huge... Sing Sing did not get nominated, I believe, for Best Film, which was a really big surprise.
How about Pamela Anderson, Best Female Actor?
That was a big surprise.
How about that?
Pamela Anderson getting in there for The Last Showgirl. I thought that was amazing. Selena Gomez, a double nominee. We have Selena Gomez versus Ariana Grande in that category. You know, when it comes to pop stars, like the closest that we can go back to is 1968, Petula Clark versus Barbara Streisand for Best Actress Comedy Musical.
Yeah.
So the Selena versus Ariana, that's going to be a top story that a lot of people are...
You mentioned the Sing Sing
Domingo,
snub, but I was just saying that Coleman Domingo, though,
was
nominated.
Yeah. Coleman got in, and I actually think he was nominated last year for Rustin, as was Timothée Chalamet, nominated last year.
Coleman's having a moment right now.
Yeah.
Coleman, I think he could win this, and I love Sing Sing. I don't know if you saw Sing Sing.
Yes.
It's about incarcerated inmates
Story.
who, you know, who do live theater, and it's just a really great performance, and I think that he could win all the way, but he's going to have to beat Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
This is sort of like the awards season beginner. I love this time of year when it starts this way.
It's the most fun, though.
Loaded categories, man.
Erik Davis, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You can watch the 82nd Annual Golden Globes hosted by Nikki Glazer. What could go wrong?
It's going to be spicy.
A good time on Sunday, January, is it 5th? Yep. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.